everyone. So today we are tapping into your sexual energy. I'm tapping into the energy, what you want in the bedroom, how you give in the bedroom the next time with someone, what they look like, what they want to do to you. Okay, all of the good things. So let's just get right on into things. Your card came out fair man, dealings and relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. You like that white boys. Okay, that's the energy I was getting. I kind of want to just skip to the end where we find out who your next time's with, since they brought out this energy, but we'll just keep going. Basically, I get the energy that you like masculines. But right now we don't want to know about them. So I'm gonna just put this over here because it's kind of distracting. And instead, we are tapping into your energy, your sexual energy. Okay, so your sexual energy is very telepathic in the sense where you can already kind of sense. You might be an empath. You just pick up on cues well. People don't really have to tell you what they want in the bedroom. You can already figure it out. And people love that about you because they don't have that kind of effortless connection, I guess you can say, with other people. You're also very generous. You're very kind, patient. You almost like reward people, okay? You could be into like some type subdominant situation. You know, whoever is getting rewarded for certain things, you could like that energy. But you easily adjust to what other people want. Usually when someone misses the mark or like requires translation or communication, you can just get it. Like, you don't complicate the situation. You make things very effortless, which just makes the situation that much more enjoyable. Let's keep going. Okay, how you give in the bedroom might be a little hard to see. We have Ace of Pentacles, we have Temperance, okay, the Magician, and the Knight of Pentacles. How you give in the bedroom, you know how to initiate, you know how to start things, which is really great, especially for people who are not necessarily shy, but just, you know, like, consent or this or that, or I don't know, I don't want to be touchy, or I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage, or entity, like those overthinkers, okay? Again, because you have that telepathic ability. And with the Magician, I get you're very empathetic, okay? You're very like spiritual, aware of the energies, aware of the signs. You pick up on things easily. So being a giver, you're very like, okay, let's go. Unbuckle your pants right now. Like, but it's also in moderation, okay? You're not just like pouncing and you're like, give it to me right now. I want it. I want all of it. You're like, okay, let's, you know, find our groove, find our rhythm, find our magic, find our flow so that we can get into things. But the impulsivity of just beginning or just starting, you're very confident. You're not the one that necessarily has to be like pursued. I'm talking too fast. You're not the one that has to be pursued or like coaxed into the activity. You're the one who's like, okay, I'm ready. Who wants what? Okay, you want me to be the talker this time? You want me to be the laid back person one time? Like, you're very versatile. You're ready to be the giver or the taker. Like, you're ready to be a dominant or a sub. Like, I'm getting switch energy. Or you could be like a soft dom. But let's keep going. What do you want to receive is our next question. Okay, so in the bedroom, you don't want to like not waste all of this sexual prowess, but kind of like you don't want it to go for just any body. Like, you're not trying to drop these talented skills that you know you're capable of on just any Tom, Dick, or Harry, you know, on just like some random one night stand. You definitely want a meaningful connection. You want like love returned, okay? You also want someone who's ready to win at all costs. Like, if something's not working out, you don't want them to just like pout about it and like have an ego trip. And they're like, oh my God, well, I guess I'm not the one for them, or I guess, you've just had better than me. Like, why are these people so, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, they're fucking annoying, okay? But anyway, You want someone who will win at all costs, as in like, oh, that's not working, well, let me try this. Oh, you don't like this, let me try this. Like, they're very adaptable to the situation, and they're willing to go after what they want. You also kind of want someone that'll bully you. Oh my God, this goes back to that sub-dom energy. Like, you want someone to tell you what to do and maybe inflict a little violence. This could be a little bit of S&M or something. Like, you do want, like I said, this not with a one-night stand. You want this with something that's going to last, like a family, and you feel fulfilled in that connection, and it's something that's more than just this moment, because you have such a, I think stamina is the right word. Like, because you can keep going, because you have this magic of knowing what the other person wants. You know what I mean? You kind of also want that reciprocated. You just don't want to like give someone the best night of their life, and for you it was like okay, and then you have to go find something with somebody else. Like, you want to have this mind-blowing connection with a steady person, like, if that makes sense, with a steady connection. Yeah, the next time. Okay, so the next time with someone. Back to this fair man energy, okay? The next time with someone, what do they look like? This masculine energy. It could be anybody energy, but, you know, based on this card, I'm saying masculine energy. So they look like this. This is the energy I'm getting. This mixed with this fair man energy. So, I'm getting that they are actually a good balance in their feminine and masculine energy. So on the outside, the appearance could be that of a man or someone more masculine. But they have like long hair, or they have like super soft, dainty skin. Like, they're more, they could be non-binary even, like something like that. They definitely don't shy away from their feminine qualities, but even in both of these pictures, I'm getting like brown eyes, honey eyes, long brown hair, fair skin, long nose. Okay. And it says, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. The prophetess of the sacred way. The prophetess, the magician, this magic, telepathic energy. I'm getting you guys are a very like spiritual group, so you'll have that connection where they'll have that telepathic. So it's not just you like knowing what they want before they want it. You'll finally have that reciprocation of someone else knowing what you want before you have to ask for it. So even if they may still be a little bit shy to get started, this new person, they definitely know how to find and follow the pace once it's set, if that makes sense. Who is this person? I'm getting fire sign energy, honestly. That'll be Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. They're empowering, you know, they strengthen, they enhance, they intensify. You already know. Intensify. It's going to be a deeper than ever before, because this person already knows what you're looking for. Again, that telepathic communication. There's harmony here. There's fulfillment here. There's a deeper connection than just like surface shenanigans, surface entities, surface values. Is that the word I'm looking for? What do they want to do to you? This fair skinned fire sign. They want to lose time with you. They romanticize bad decisions, quote unquote bad decisions. Let's just say they're super freaking kinky. They want to have a group action or get a friend involved or have like some throuple type of situation with you. That could also just be like you two and a friend. Like, here goes 3 again. You two, which is the main focus, and like a friend who's mad that they're kind of on the outs because you guys are so focused on what's going on here. you're almost kind of like, why do they even want it if they're not going to pay attention to it? Sometimes you think you want something, and when you get it, it's not what you thought it was. Also, they want to, it could be like when I say you two and a friend, again, look, these two have their eyes wide open and this one has their eyes closed. Like, I feel like it could be you two, which is like the main partnership, and a toy and some help, just some other something, a cuck. Let me stop talking. Okay. And they want to prioritize you. They want to systemize and prioritize. That's what that means. So they want to really get to know you so that they can get to this telepathic communication that you so naturally have. Like, they really want to learn every inch of you so that they can know in situations what to prioritize and foreplay to really get you where you are trying to go. Like, they want to be deeply rooted in your essence. Also, what you want to receive in the bedroom, you want your juices flowing. You want to be so uncontrollably pools pouring. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's what I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. So today we are tapping into your sexual energy. How you give in the bedroom, what you want to receive in the bedroom, what the next time with someone, like what they are going to look like, and what exactly they want to do to you. So let's just get right into things. Off the bat, your magical bag had angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So I feel like you could be a virgin, honestly. You've been waiting for that spiritually divine connection, and even if you're not intentionally like saving yourself, the divine has just been protecting you from harm. Like the universe, your spirit guides has been protecting you from harm. So even if you're not purposely sitting out, it just hasn't happened yet because they know the right energy hasn't come your way. But let's keep going. We'll come back to that later. So your sexual entity. Okay, Pile 2 sexual energy. Right off the bat, I get the energy that you could be an air sign. That's going to be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We do have Aries energy popping up also. And then we have a lot of ones around, which is just like a new beginning. So I feel like you're an air sign, but you're finally tapping into your like fire, assertive, confident, stand in the limelight type of energy. But let's just keep going. It says your sexual energy is like... It says breathing deep, entering into life, exchanging of life-bringing energies. I feel like a connection, an intimate connection for you is something that does kind of like revitalize you in life. Anything that happened before is like an ending after you interact with this situation. Just because you have, it's finally, again, like a breath of fresh air. And it just kind of cleanses you, honestly, in a degree, because like Tens of Swords is about ending. So I feel like, say you were like in Squidward mode and you're like miserable and you hate your job and you can't see anything to look forward to and life sucks and you're just like murmur, and then you get your socks off and you're like, wait, things are amazing, things are great, the possibilities are endless, like, and it just gives you this new type of self-awareness or this consciousness. You kind of felt like you were asleep and you just are like, oh, I feel awakened into my physical body. I forgot I was a bad bitch. Like, you just have this new self-awareness when you interact in an intimate way. Let's keep going. How do you give in the bedroom? And that's funny because you were like, okay, but I thought you said I was a virgin. Yeah, but it could still be this way because you're a virgin. You don't know what to like. You have nothing to hold it up against. You have nothing to compare it to. But once you experience it, it's not even like someone did this for you. It's not like the person you were with awakened you to all of these things. It's like you within yourself. It's like a new life is breathed into you because you were like, wow, I didn't know I could experience such joy, such grace, such pleasure. Like, you're in this, you see your life in a whole new light after this situation, or after every circumstance in this situation. And you could be someone who has sex every day, and every day you're like, oh my god, today is so much better than yesterday. I didn't even know this type of happy was possible. And your friends are like, I hate you. You say this every day. And you're like, because every day it's true. You would feel this way too if you were getting laid on a consistent basis. Like, again, because if you're a virgin, your friends already had this kind of like blissful euphoria moment, and you're just getting there. Some of your friends haven't even experienced it because they haven't felt like so re-energized by it, or maybe they never came before, so they don't get it, but you get it. Okay, how do you give in the bedroom? Virgo popped up, by the way, and now earth signs are popping up, so that's Taurus and Capricorn. It says in the bedroom, you work hard. You're very dedicated to master the situation, okay? Again, with this virgin energy, if you've never experienced sex before, you have nothing to compare it to except like internet, you know? And if that is what you've been comparing things to, you're like, I'm gonna use this time to study and to learn and to like have tutorials, just so it's in the back of your mind, so that when time comes, you kind of like have reference material, okay? Like, you really want to get things right because you've been isolated and kind of like on your own in a sense when it came to learning about your body, which honestly, I think that's how it should be. I feel like we should master our own bodies before we expect somebody else to go diddling and poking and turning some levers, but like, to each their own. So in the bedroom, you feel like you're going to be a little bit of isolated or reserved or kind of withdrawn, and it's not because you don't want to interact per se, it's because you don't think you know how. Again, that goes back to that overthinking energy where it's like you just let a lot run through your mind. I mean, when I say it goes back to that overthinking energy, it goes back to that air sign energy, because air signs are about mental activity. So like, you overthink a lot, so you're like and Virgos do too, because they try to be perfectionists. So it's like you want to come out the door perfect, and it's like you have had no practice, so you don't have to isolate yourself from giving to others in this environment or in this situation. Like, you should be having fun and laughing and like having a good old time, or feeling comfortable enough to be like, I'm a little nervous. Like, communication is definitely, or like even words of affirmation, like, you're doing good, I like that. Like, that is all something that would be beneficial to you in this environment. But let's keep going. What you want to receive in the bedroom. Yeah, so also don't think you're gonna ruin something because you don't have experience, or like you don't know exactly how it'll be or how it'll turn out. You don't want to count yourself out before you got the chance to shine, if that makes sense. Like, if anyone's who's with you for the right reasons, which will be this person, because again, you're protected from harm, you're not going to have that experience where someone's going to like be with you and be like, really? That's it? That's all you have to give? And it's like, they're going to take into consideration your level of skill, like, if that makes sense. They're not going to tease you for not knowing what you're doing. If anything, they're going to show you the ropes, which is how it should be. Okay, so what you want to receive in the bedroom, which is definitely the energy I was getting, is, first of all, we have the Two of Cups right here. And it's like, you want that soulmate, you want that partnership connection. You don't want to just be doing these activities, really mastering the craft, okay, really getting to know somebody just for it to kind of like disintegrate. You want something that'll last longer than the night. And that again goes to this spiritual guidance, protection from harm. They're putting you towards your divine counterpart. So what you want to receive is, again, soulmate, connection, patience, like someone who won't just abandon you. It's not like a hit it and quit it situation, but you also want someone who is going to kind of help things click into place and like tell you what your next move is, or kind of like help you make progress in the right direction. You definitely want someone who has honest communication, okay? You don't want someone who's just like, yeah, that's so great, yeah, awesome, amazing, but they don't actually mean it. Like, you want, again, with that perfection energy, that mastering your craft, you want to learn. Like, you want to know them inside and out, and they know you in that same circumstance. So you can't someone lying to you is of no benefit to you, because then you can't get better. So you really want someone to be like, yeah, this way, harder, that way, softer, blah, blah. Like, you want someone to give direction, and you're gladly ready to take direction. Like, if that's as simple as it is. And you kind of want to be rewarded, and like, oh my God, I taught you that last week and you got better. Like, kudos to you. And you're like, oh my God, gold star. Like, you want the motivation to climb up the ladder, basically, like, to get better, you know, because the internet could be a great start to curious questions, but to reference those videos moving forward could be kind of discouraging, because you're like, okay, I'm never gonna be able to get a split on a date because I can't even touch my toes, like, you know. So to have something that's like motivating, like, oh, I like that, it would be even better if you did that, or this, you know, it's all like, oh, I'm getting the energy you like to study. So you're like, I would love a what's it called when the teacher gives you the outline of what the class is going to be? A rubric. You're like, I would love a rubric. And week 1 is like a foreplay, and we're just doing these things, and we're making our way up to more extreme things. And each time it's like, remember in week 1 when you were just learning how to do that, and look at you now, you know how to do that. Or I don't know, just, you know, oh, I'm getting the image of like a coach, and they have the little junior coach, and the coach trains the junior coach on how to do everything. And then one day the junior coach comes in early, and the coach sees like the field already set up, and he's like, oh my God, look at you, you did it right, and you remembered to put the little lever on the side. Or I'm honestly getting like visions of 50 Shades of Grey, and you're giving like Anastasia Steele vibes. And he was like, you can't even like agree to this contract if we're not both at least on like even playing field. So he took her virginity, but he didn't make her like feel bad about it. If anything, he was like, yeah, see what you're missing? Ooh, yeah, like he wasn't trying to bring anybody down, okay? Because that's not what it was about. It's not about your lack of experience. It's about, let me show you all the experience I have. Like, that should be the perspective of the other person. But it would be like if Anastasia went to the Red Room and set everything up before Christian got there. And he's like, wow, look, you learned the double lasso lateral Boy Scout knot. I don't know. I'm going too far down this. Let's just keep going. The next time with someone, what will they look like? I'm getting Asian. Got this Scottish white lady and this Asian person right here. Okay, so I'm getting small eyes, long nose, but kind of like pointy at the top, full lips. They have this hand thing going, okay? You're definitely going to feel their hands all over your body. With this nature, this goes back to earth sign energy for me, which again is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It says, I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Yes, which exactly is like getting out of that energy where like they're going to look down on you or like frown for your lack of experience or anything like that, when actually they're very grounded. Again, they are protecting you. So this person is obviously incredible. And they're going to help liberate you from your captivity, I also hear, okay? So it's like they're going to help breathe this energy within you. So although this is how you are, this is also something that they, like a quality that they possess, I guess you can say. Because liberated, like, they're not looking at you like, oh my God, you're an experienced little child who's never experienced anything. No, they're looking at you as though like, oh my God, let me liberate you from your stifled bondage, or like, let me liberate you from the falsifications that sex is only about procreation. Like, I don't know. And then again, this is Taurus and Libra energy right here. It says love, beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, attraction, magnetism, indulgence, pleasure, value, adoration, attraction. Like, because this Two of Cups is here, you know, they just want to like absorb you. They want to take your breath away and also like give breath back to you, if that makes sense. Also, that's reminding me of Isis, okay? Isis, the goddess of sexual magic or something like that is her name. And basically when they killed Isis's husband, she basically had sex with his corpse and brought him back to life. I mean, it's more than that. That's basically the essence. Like, if you feel like dead and decrepit and like missing out on the possibility of the revitalization, the revitalizing effects of good sex, you're about to experience that. They want you to feel like you're not a burden, okay? They want you to let that go and unleash your magic, okay? This virginity card, okay, is something you feel like you've been carrying with you. And it's kind of like virgin's like an adjective you heavily identify with, and they're gonna help you unleash this magic. They want to help mature you in some sense and kind of like unravel you, okay, and transform into this next phase of your life, I guess. They want to help you go from that caterpillar to that butterfly energy. They want you to close your eyes and just sit there and enjoy, like, this is also eyes closed moment. They want you to come out of your shell, and they want to be the one to do it. They want you to see the truth in what you guys are experiencing and still have a high integrity or like high value for yourself. Like, this act doesn't define who you are as a person. And they want to help you like see your confidence, see your glow, follow your intuition, know that you can trust them, and let this path lead you like to a new light. They want to make you come, okay? They want to make you glow. They want to break anything that needs to be broken in order to let the truth be revealed. Okay, we have Scorpio energy here. Libra energy is also popping up now. So that's air signs, earth signs, Scorpio. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that. This is what I have for you. And until next time, bye. Hello, Pile 3. So we're tapping into your sexual energy and how you give in the bedroom, what you want to receive in the bedroom the next time with someone. What do they look like and what do they want to do to you? So let's just get into things, okay? First we have crib, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't want this card to pop up, but let's see what else we get into. I mean, you could just be a mom. Maybe you don't want to be a mom, but like, this also looks like tits from a distance. This like little trim right here. These look like little nips. I'm getting, honestly, the vision I got is like a house of women lesbians raising their children in like a group friend home thing. I don't know. That could be a thing. Maybe you have a lesbian throuple, and you all have children. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's keep going. The sexual energy. Okay, so the sexual energy of pile 3, I feel as though okay, first we have telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. It says number 30 on here. And then we have balance and we have judgment. I think your energy is very confrontational, but not intentionally. You do your best to always like strive for better. So you're always trying to improve or trying to learn from your mistakes and again find that balance, but people don't always have that same, I wouldn't say effortlessness, more like people aren't as willing to be adaptable or to, okay, so like sex is a 2-person at minimum, okay, activity, and I guess not at minimum, you could have solo activities, okay. Typically when 2 people interact and they like each other, okay, they would want to learn their partner's body better and more so that they can actively be in a situation where both parties are enjoying themselves, you understand? But not everyone has that resolve to get better. Some of them are just like, this is me, this is as good as my talent is getting, and it is what it is. But you always do your best to like be conscious of what other people are looking for. So maybe you like to dress up and have characters and have languages and accents and things like that, but your partner is someone who feels like they're playing a mask and like to be more grounded in reality. So you would be someone who kind of is more willing to conform for what the other person wants, or is good at balance. Like, okay, well, we could just do this one of the time, or I could be the one with the accent. You're visiting my country. I'm the one with the accent. You're the tourist. A little best of both worlds type of energy. I don't really know, but you definitely try to do your best to make sure that everyone involved is having a good time. So you have the eye for balance. It's giving Libra energy, honestly. But let's keep going. I feel like I went way too far down that road. But in general, it's just like you really want to be fair and you want to improve. And if you're having sex with the same person and things aren't getting better, you're just like, why am I here? This makes no sense. Like, come on now. Okay, so how you give in the bedroom, you are a bit competitive. You kind of almost look at them as your rival, your partner, okay? So it's kind of like, okay, they gave me the vision of if you guys are talking about something and they're like, okay, yeah, but I did this. And you're like, okay, but I made you come 5 times. Like, you're very arrogant and you like to feel fulfilled. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like because of your past dalliances put you in a position where things were kind of out of balance. People weren't looking to improve. It was just kind of like, take me as I am and this is as good as it's going to get. You had to go out of your way to be not selfish, because again, you're still giving that kind of balance, but it's okay. So maybe in the past you gave too much. So now in order to keep that balance, you are a bit selfish with certain qualities or commitments or opportunities. What do I mean by that is like, you're kind of tit for tat. Is the energy I'm getting. You're like, if they didn't go down on me, I'm not going to go down on them. Like, you get frustrated easily and kind of like pessimistic or easily angered by the lack of contribution to the bedroom. And you're like, I don't want to be the only one trying to advance this along. Does that make sense? Like, if you shouldn't be the only one that is focused on the satisfaction of the group. And you're like, if my partner's the only one being satisfied and I'm not, that's not a situation I want to be in. So you are definitely someone who wants to advance the livelihood. Like, I don't know why I'm dragging this group out so much. Like, the first 2 groups are very easy, but explaining your group is so, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me. And maybe that's you too. People, I feel like half the time you're like, I don't even know what to say. This is honestly giving Virgo energy. I did say Libra, now we're going to throw Virgo in the pot. It's giving just the energy of, you want something and you're used to being the person who goes above and beyond for the things you enjoy and the things you like. And when that energy isn't reciprocated, it makes you like feel some type way. But then again, you never necessarily vocalized wanting these things. Again, that goes back with that telepathic communication. You just like assume people will like know and like read your mind because you have that ability. You feel as though other people do, but not everyone is blessed with the gifts you're given. So like, it's also giving the energy of like, say someone who cleans the whole house and then their partner comes home and they're like, oh, could you make me dinner? And you're like, fuck, could I get even a thank you for washing these dishes? And it's like, they didn't even recognize that's something they should thank you for, because you just so willingly do it all the time, like without having to be asked. And in the bedroom, it's kind of the same situation where it's kind of like, you're so willing to just like, oh, ew. I just heard them say, you're so willing to suck my dick for like 20 minutes. So I didn't realize I was supposed to return the favor. I thought that was just something you like to do. And you're like, who likes to suck dick? Like, are you serious? Like, some of you do. I'm not saying you don't. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with liking that. I'm saying you in particular, you're like, I don't. Why would I want to do that at all? Like, no. And even if it was a plastic one, you're still like, what is the point of that? Like, you don't even feel that. Like, you don't even mean to be pessimistic. You're just so direct with your honesty. Just like, what are we doing? No, that makes no sense. Like, we could have been did this if you would have just listened to the things I wanted to do. But then you also don't share, like I said. Let's just keep going, okay? I could fall easily into your energy. Okay, what do you want to receive? We have the Chariot, 4 of Wands, and Ace of Coins. This is Cancer energy, by the way. So now we have Cancer, Virgo, Libra popping forth. And Cancer energy goes back to like that mothering, nurturing energy that was with this birth that was popping up. And then it says birth of a conception of a child or enterprise. So even though children were the first thought, it is also could be like a new beginning, a new relationship. Because this card right here made me think of that. But basically what you want in the bedroom is you want someone to commit to the journey of getting to know you. Like, you want to be celebrated. You want to feel kind of abundant in the connection, in the sense where it's going to go somewhere. It's not, again, you've had those experiences where you're committed to getting to know someone and their body and their likes and their interests. Not even necessarily like dating, and also getting to know them in a relationship manner, but just in a physical way. Just like, we're both going to be here. We're both going to be enjoying ourselves. Even if it's like a friends with benefits, someone you only call after 2 a.m. every other Friday. Like, you want to have someone commit to the journey of getting to know you. Like, no rush decisions of, oh, I just was swept up in the moment. I didn't know what to do. Like, you really want someone to know you, know what to do with your body, know how to celebrate you, know how to give you that kind of like foundation you're looking for. And again, it doesn't have to necessarily be a new relationship, but it's just kind of like birthing a new understanding that we're both on ground zero. Like, we're both on the same page, and the page is that we are actively trying to help the other bust an O. Like, is that not the point? Like, you called me at this certain time for this certain activity, and I'm supposed to come over here for mediocre activities? Like, no, that's not something you want to be involved in. You want to have happiness. That's pretty much it. That's as little as it boils down to. You want a new investment for happiness, and you want to feel secure that the connection is going to be nourished and supported accordingly. That's all. That is as simple as it is. Like, a relationship for you, I'm sure it'd be great. I don't have any cards that indicate otherwise. Like, I don't know if you're not actively looking for a relationship or anything. If you were sexing up a constant partner, you would be totally fine and okay with that. But whether they're a partner or just a person you happen to know, you want both of them to be on the same page where we're just going to commit to good sex. Like, that's all you're asking for. Okay, so your next time is going to be with someone who looks like this. I'm getting this Asian, something or another. Okay. Big round eyes, big full lips, thin frame, long brown hair. This green is popping out to me. This blue is popping out to me. They say that this is the true color of the soul. So I'm getting that one of you is spiritual and one of you is a human. Okay. I was going to say one of you is a mermaid and one of you is a human, but I mean, same thing. Prince Eric, Princess Ariel. Like, you guys are from different worlds. That's the energy I'm getting. But I feel like you guys are on the same page. There's a promise here. It says, my soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. I feel like you're definitely more in tune with your heart this time around. Co-creation, you're going to have someone who's trying to create the same thing you are. And you're very much in tune with your intuition in the sense where if you don't feel right here, because you have that telepathic energy, you can kind of feel when someone's going to end something soon, or like when people are ready to get rid of you. Or you also have this kind of feeling when something clicks where you're just like, I'm turned off. I'm so over this. I feel like you might smash on vacation somewhere, not where you live. Like you took a trip somewhere and met this person, and they're very much on the same page as you with what is trying to be accomplished here. Okay. Oh, and then whoever's seen this one and thought native, of course I thought native with the makeup and the like the headgear and stuff, but she don't look native to me, but Native American, Asian, Wasian, white, something. Israeli is popping up to me. Southeast Asian. I know that seems oddly specific. All appearing. Okay, right here first, we have intuition, and this goes back to my soul, informs my every step, which kind of goes back to that telepathic energy. They have that same energy where they kind of are already knowing what you want. Before you can even say, run your fingers through my hair, okay, they already getting a grip full. Like, they got it, okay? What they want to do to you, they want to, like, give you that final push. Like, they're gonna be that person that makes you restore. You know how people are like, oh my God, you're so kind. Like, I restore faith in humanity, if that makes sense. I feel like you guys are meeting in Cuba or Hawaii under some twinkly lights, or at someone's wedding. I know that's so specific, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, this is the final push. So you're meeting them in the right instances, in the right moments. Intuitively, you do feel drawn to them, and they want to give you that final push in the sense where it's like, the things you've wanted and asked for is not like wrong of you. It's just you've been asking the wrong people. So they want to help you make the right decision. Like basically you've been focusing on the fact how no one can give you what you want, and you're missing the big picture, which is just kind of like you being able to know yourself better. Like, you know what you don't want. Again, with this competitive energy, with this kind of like ego situation. Where's the other card? Yeah, with this ego situation, kind of pessimist outlook, they want to give you like a new reality, a new approach, something new to look at. You're focusing on all the negative and all the bad and all the blah, but it's like all of that wouldn't have got you to this circumstance, I guess you could say. And they like your snarky attitude. They like your fire. They like this competition. Like, oh, haha, I bet I can make you come before you make me come. And they're like, oh, let's do something else. Let's you hold out the longest. And you're like, oh, you want to play those kind of games? Like, they're very much in your energy. I'm getting like snarky, like, tell me who this person is, by the way. We're getting more Libra energy. That's exactly what I said from the beginning. Who else? I was just getting Aquarius energy. That's so funny, because I was like Aquarius and Sagittarius going back and forth with that little snarky bickering. Capricorn also is definitely that vibe where they get off on making you mad. Like, kind of giving hate sex vibes, but in a good way. But this is what I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye. Hello, pile 4. So today we are tapping into your sexual energy. I did not expect it to come out like that. Okay, we are tapping into your sexual energy, how you give in the bedroom, what you want to receive in the bedroom the next time with someone, what do they look like, and what they want to do to you. So let's just get into things. Sexual energy. We have Scorpio, Queen of Cups, and the Selkie in her skin, reclaiming your authenticity, number 25. I feel like, oh, and then we also have this little bonus card before I forget. It says scales, keeping your life in balance. So yeah, I feel like you have definitely taken the time to get connected to yourself. Like, sexuality aside, just being comfortable in your own body, in your own skin, not feeling like you have to wear a mask in the bedroom, in life, in school, in your job, like in your family, literally anywhere. I feel like when it comes to sex, you are very passionate. It's very intense. It's very intimate. Like, people probably fall in love with you after, or are so addicted to you. I feel like you're also very secretive about your sexuality. So like with this scales energy, I'm getting like on the outside you're more like, you know, that typical I say that typical stereotype and then I'm sitting here with a blank. Like on the outside you're like the wallflower librarian person, but on the inside you're like freaky deaky ready to get down. And that is your authentic nature, having this kind of like body positive, sex positive type of vibe. Very warm, very feminine, very in touch with your emotions. I feel like you don't hide any parts of yourself. Maybe in the past, things you liked, kinks you liked, things you enjoyed in the bedroom, or just things you wanted to ask for, you kind of were on a hush. You felt like it was a secret, you know, something you couldn't even talk about in conversation with your friends or with others, and it's something you definitely have more of a grip over, if that makes sense. Or you don't let it hold you back. It's something you've claimed, and you're like, yeah, I'm a sexual person, and that's totally fine. And I could be a sexual person. That doesn't mean I have to be half naked, just so you know that I know that you know that I'm a sexual person, if that makes sense. Let's keep going. Okay, more water energy. Page of Cups, Two of Wands, Six of Cups. In the bedroom, I feel as though you are very confident, which is again something you have to work towards with this reclaiming your authenticity. You're very honest, you're very happy. It's like a happy-go-lucky instance. You're curious, you're willing to explore, which goes back to that Scorpio energy of being very deep, very intense. You want to know every inch, touch, see, smell, like experience. I feel like you also are someone who plans for the future. Like you want someone to have a plan for the situation, but you also want to feel comfortable, almost like familiar. You don't want to have this type of intensity with someone you don't already have something established with. What I mean by that is like the person people you sleep with are like people you already have a connection with. I think it's like a demisexual thing, which is not wanting to have sexual relationships with someone until you trust them and you feel safe there. With this past energy, I feel like you want to have that familiarity, that comfortability. You also want I'm talking about what you want, and this is what you give. You give a sense of familiarity, like they've known you before. You know, you could have interacted with them for the first time, but they feel like there's something here that feels safe. Again, that safe, that trusting energy. And you are also the type of person who has a plan. You're not doing things willy-nilly, or you're not in just some circumstance because someone's like, you must not have expected your night unfolding like this random one night stand, and you're like, I make 12 moves ahead. Like you already kind of had an idea of where things were gonna go, and that's how you interact in the bedroom too. You're kind of like, okay, I'm not doing this and just hoping things will unwind accordingly. You're like, let me sit on the couch and perfectly pick this movie so then we could grow closer together, and then I'm gonna lay on their arm, so reflexively they're gonna put their arm around me, and then I'm just gonna happen to have my hand near their pants and undo the buckle, and like you're formulating, you're plotting. It's a little bit of a manipulation, but not in a bad way, just because like you know what you're looking for and you're trying to go after that thing. You know what, you see it, you want it, you got it. Okay, that's the energy that's coming through. But you're very like romantic and connected with your emotions, so that makes you very like warm, eager in a way, like youthful. Like you kind of have this, I wouldn't say this innocence. Well, actually, I would say this innocence because, again, it goes back to that, like, librarian energy. On the outside, or even in general, you have kind of, like, this innocence, this sensitivity, this, like, lightheartedness to you. Like, everything... Okay, like, some people are in the bedroom and it's quick and it's aggressive and it's just trying to get to the point. But with you, it's very sensual and it's very purposeful, and it's like, I'm noticing how the fabrics feel on my skin, or I'm noticing the temperature of their hands as they move across my body. Like, it's a very, like, emotions or awareness or sensitivity or sensuality or pleasure. Like, I don't really know the specific word for it, but the things are like much more intimate or intense. I don't really know how to explain it. Like the simplest things, like, okay, for example, missionary with anybody else is just missionary. It's cool, but with you, it's like intense eye contact, and you're noticing the perfume in the room and the chill because the window is open and the song, and you're like, this is gonna be I'm gonna remember this song forever. This is the song I made love to, like, or something like that. Like, everything is just, you're just aware of so much. Like, you're in your skin, but you're out of body. Like, it's a lot. You give quite an experience on the senses, okay? I feel like also it doesn't have to be too complicated. Like, you're the type of person who you're like, okay, there's the type of sex where you have to bend over backwards and do a split and put your head over here and tuck this under there and hope you stretched this morning and got your electrolytes, because, like, it's gonna be an aerobatic type of experience. But then with you, it could be the simplest of things. Like, you could just be, I don't even know, you could just be on top, like, grinding, and you guys are on the couch, and it's just so regular. But to some people it would appear so regular, but if you were in the moment, the intensity of the situation is so different, if that makes sense. I know I keep saying, if that makes sense, but it's because my analogies, my brain pattern don't work like other people's, okay? So I have to just make sure we're on the same page. Okay, so what you want to receive, first of all, we have Scorpio energy again, 2 major arcana cards. So Death, the World, and Page of Coins. What you want to receive is to level up, okay? You want this to change you, to help you grow, to help you evolve. You want to make love. Like, again, I said an out-of-body experience. And then we have, like, this secret, this mystery, this, like, what's behind the curtain. I feel like you want to dive further into your own pleasure and just see how deep the rabbit hole goes, essentially. You want to feel very fulfilled. You want to feel happy. I feel like you want to be one and done. So, like, this is the first and the last person you interact with. Like, preferably that would be your ideal situation. I feel like for some of you who don't want to, like, be married or not even be married, just have, like, your person, and your person can have whatever title or no title, but, like, you guys know where you stand. I feel like you just want, like, just dance with me forever, just sleep with me forever. Like, you already know me, you know my body, you fit with me perfect, our pelvises line up. Like, there's, like, what else is there? You know what I mean? And you're the type of person, like I said, who plans things out. So you already are like, I knew when we did this that you were going to be attached to me forever. Like, I knew when I chose you at the bar that we were getting married. Like, you manifested a certain opportunity or a certain outlook. So what you want to receive is someone who is willing to take the opportunity to discover you in the deeps and the depths of the darkness and know everything about you and know your kinks and your Like, you know, because things are so easy here. Like I said, you're the type of person who makes the simplest things enjoyable. And that's kind of what it's about. It's like, who do you want to just go to the supermarket with? Like, who do you want to do the regular life things with? And you want someone who looks that far. Like, this isn't just a sexual act. This is something we're going to, like, grow and do together. You want to meet up and both of you have this final chapter where it's like, this is our last of our single days. Like, that chapter's ending and we're about to start this new chapter where it's like us together. And what that looks like and what unraveling that experience is. Like, you want someone who is ready to evolve into the next step. Like, you understand that once you perform this act or commit to this act, there's kind of like no going back. And you want to only be fulfilled by this. Another option of you, because again, I feel like not everyone wants to be married or not everyone wants to be tied down to like this one person type of situation. I feel like, again, you just want to evolve. So once you go through this and you have such a like intimate situation with someone, you want to feel this fulfilled with everyone. Like, you're going to compare all future sexual dalliances to this one time, to this instance. Like, you want every time to grow you, every time to have you fulfilled and happy and like over the moon. And you always want to be able to manifest or discover opportunities that bring in this type of level of pleasure into your life. Okay, so the next person you hook up with looks like this. We have 8. And again, Scorpio is also the number 8. Scorpio is number 8. Yeah, so she looks like Madison Beer to me, if you know who that is. So I'm getting like a white person. Okay. Oval face or even like a diamond face, full lips. They could have buck teeth. Big eyes. They could be blue or gray or something like that. It says, Mistress of the Labyrinth. My soul knows the way and only way out is through. And then we have wisdom. It's wisdom that's going to get you out of this situation. In the sense, like, being that authentic person, okay? In order to find this balance in your life and reclaim your authenticity, you had to follow your soul. You had to let it lead you the way through the maze. Because when you try to find, when you try to just use your sense, I guess, or what you thought it was supposed to be the right answer, is that's when you got lost even more. But when you just followed your soul and let it lead you to a path of discovery, discovering yourself, discovering your essence, discovering your sexuality, then that is when you were able to have a new sense of wisdom about yourself, about what you're capable of, about what fulfillment means for you. Yeah, I'm getting like a Madison Beer, a Jenna Dewan. Who else? Oh, another lady. I'll post her. Is all giving me that look. And what do they want to do to you? Okay, we have Knight of Cups, the Magician, and the King of Wands. Okay. Okay, so what do they want to do to you? They want to offer you. They want to offer you the investment you're looking for. You're like, oh, I want something like I want something fulfilling. I want something longer than today. I want something that we can build, you know? And they're going to offer you that. And they're going to be like, okay, if that's what you're looking for, then that's what I'm willing to give. Like, here's my heart on my sleeve and I'm giving it to you. So yeah, definitely coming in to make an offer with skill and confidence and courage and influence. Okay, I'm kind of getting a bad boy energy, bad boy with a good heart, or reformed bad boy. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting. What they want to do to you, they want to have this influence, this persuasion over you. Because again, you, like I mentioned, are very manipulative, even if it's not intentional. That's just kind of like the essence you give off. That's that Scorpio vibe. So it's like they want to interrupt your your nice gal routine, okay? And they want to usher in some like some fire, some flames, okay? And they want to like give you the confidence necessary. They want to test your skills, okay? They want to interact with you, if we're being honest. They want to they want to show you their power is what I heard. They want to show you their force, their fire, okay? They want to light up your life cuz you're a lot of water energy. And water is very, I mean, don't get me wrong, water could be a tsunami. Water can drown you, but for the most part you think of like peaceful waters, calm waters. But beyond the surface, there's so much depth of the ocean, you know what I mean? And they're like, let me take my light and explore you. Let me look through your depth and your darkness. Let me count how many stars I can see. Like, they want to commingle, all right? So this is what I have for you, pile 4. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.